Welcome to the Trash Picture Show. Chances are if you're a kid and you grew up in the 90s, you probably owned a piece of Jurassic Park merchandise. And since Jurassic World came out, there's been a resurgence of interest in Jurassic Park merch. And yeah, I'm going to show you my collection. But if you really want to see a cool, formidable collection of Jurassic Park merchandise, check out Jack Anthony Ewan's. He has a channel called Terror Dome 3000. He goes over all the Jurassic Park movies, and he has a very cool collection. He has 3 videos on his collection, and yeah, he's a really cool guy. So you should check out his channel. I'm going to leave you a link at the end of my video, but I'm just going to go over some of the stuff I got. So first off, I got this banner of a good friend of mine, John Frawley. He works in the department store, and they were dismantling the Jurassic World DVD stand, and he plucked this up for me. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. And just next to it there is the vintage Jurassic Park poster. I just stuck it up on the wall there, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's old school, and the red and the black really kind of work off each other. Next up, figures. I've gone over some of these before. I went over the Ian Malcolm from The Lost World before. As I said, I got him at a convention. I didn't get him as a child. And I have a carded Robert Muldoon here. Speaking of carded, the card is actually missing, but the box, he's in fairly good nick. All his equipment and his T-Rex hatchling is there, and he's actually, bar his hair, he's fairly movie authentic. Here's some figures that are out of the boxes. I have Ellie Statler, and yeah, it's pretty cool. She's got a radio pack. I have no accessories for her. And this was my first Jurassic Park figure. It is Dennis Nedry, and they kind of made him overweight, but they also kind of made him look like a villain from a Die Hard movie. Next up, we have this Dilophosaurus. What you've done with this guy was you submerged him in water, and he'd spit. He would spit, and you can see there's a hole where you'd submerge him in water and squeeze him and then open him, and he would be able to spit water. Next figure I got is the Dimorphodon, which is cool. It isn't actually a dinosaur. It's more a kind of pre-Triassic kind of animal. It's pretty cool, the jaws snap. And the cool thing with these figures is they all had the logo, the Jurassic Park logo on them. Even the Dilophosaurus still has his. I was going through a toy shop, and I got this guy fairly cheap. He's the Stegosauratops, and he's one of the hybrids that's supposed to feature in Jurassic World. He doesn't feature in Jurassic World, but he does show up on a computer screen, and he's a bit silly, but he was going cheap, so I picked him up. Next up, I showed you these before. These are the holograms I got in cornflakes, or I think it was Rice Krispies. But yeah, they're pretty cool. And yeah, that one's my favorite, because that one I think looks the best. The pièce de résistance of my figures is this big guy here. I got him for Christmas. My actual brother and sister saved up and bought him for me, and had him 2 days, and his kind of sound box went a bit wonky, and he wouldn't stop roaring, so my dad hastily removed the batteries from him. But yeah, he's pretty awesome. He's a bit kind of weathered down because I had him out in the garden as a kid playing, and like, but bar that, this, I got him when I was 9, so this is 21 years old. This figure here is 21 years old, so it's pretty cool. So yeah, he's an awesome figure. Like, the articulation on him, while it's not great, but he looks the business. So that's that. Next up, we have this. This was something I actually got. I sent away in an advertising magazine called The Buy and Sell, and my folks ordered me this, and it's cool. It's the Jurassic Park board game. There's the box for it, but it's it's the entire island, and you've like cards, character cards, and special cards, and you've little miniatures there. I kind of done something really dumb as a kid, and I tried painting them, and as a result, they look a bit naff. They're pretty cool, but yeah, I think I made a royal balls of them trying to paint them. See, flushes up with the T-Rex there. But yeah, this is a cool board game. The sheer size of it, and yeah, it's very competitive as well when you play it. So I've looked after this because I'd say these are kind of hard to get now. So it's as I said, pretty cool, and I wish I had the hindsight not to paint the figures. Next up, I have the Jurassic Park collection on Blu-ray, and I'll show you what's in here. I have Jurassic World, awesome movie. Not a perfect movie, but still pretty cool, pretty fun, and certainly better than Jurassic Park 3. And then I have the original trilogy here, which is cool. Jurassic Park on Blu-ray, I think, is a must. If you own a Blu-ray player, Jurassic Park is a movie to own. I like The Lost World. A lot of people give The Lost World a real bad hack into it, but I enjoy it. So yeah, and Jurassic Park 3 elements, but by and large not a great movie. Same thing. The Jurassic Park Ultimate Collection on DVD, and it's at the time it was a pretty cool, concise collection because you got a lot with it. You got an extra disc beyond Jurassic Park with an absolute mental amount of special features. So yeah, they're my two things. Next up, Michael Crichton novels. Original Jurassic Park. I got this ages ago in a second-hand bookshop, and I remember I was fairly young. I'd seen Jurassic Park when I was 9. I think I read this book when I was 13, and I was like, man, why didn't they turn this into the movie? Because there was way more dinosaurs, there was way more stuff going on. There was 2 T-Rexes. Now, something always interested me. I think Kenner kind of were given a memo about stuff based on the novels, because in the Kenner toy line, you get the adult T-Rex, but you also get a juvenile T-Rex. And in this book, there is an adult T-Rex and a juvenile T-Rex. So, yeah, I think Kenner must have been running off some of the novels. Also, you might have noticed Muldoon in his Kenner action figure set uses a bazooka. Well, the Muldoon in this novel actually uses a bazooka, and yeah, it's pretty interesting. I can see why they didn't do all the stuff they done in this novel, but if they had, I think it would have been a whole other kind of badass movie. I think you would have had to slap it with a 15s or an R rating though. But yeah, cool novel. Here was his follow up. Now the thing that always got me was, in the end of Jurassic Park, it had kind of just basically said outright that Ian Malcolm had died. But yeah, he brought him back. Now whether that was just Crichton going, oh shit, I better bring that character back. But there was still a bunch of survivors he could have used. He could have used Alan Grant. He could have used Muldoon. But for some reason he brought back Malcolm. I don't know, was he a fan favorite in the novel? But the cool thing about this novel is this book is really, really, really old. You get this wicked map of the island, and yeah, you get kind of previews of some of the dinosaurs on it. And a majority of these made it into the movie. Some didn't, like the Carnotaur. They didn't make it in, and the Mosasaurs, I think. Yeah, they didn't make it in, but yeah, this was, like the first book, this was a very big departure when it was made into a movie. The only thing they kind of really kept was the T-Rex assault on the trailer. And that's about it. Not much else. The movie, while the book focused a lot on the raptors, the movie kind of just had the raptors as a guest kind of villain. But yeah, Michael Crichton, both those books are awesome. And yeah, if you haven't read Jurassic Park, well worth a read. Next up, video games. I have another video game, but I've lent to a friend of mine at the moment. Operation Genesis, awesome PC game. But first up, we have this. This is Jurassic Park Warpath. This is a some people could call it a beat 'em up. I call it an eat 'em up because you're playing two dinosaurs trying to eat each other. And yeah, you play. The game takes place over the course of the first two movies, Jurassic Park and Jurassic Park: The Lost World. And you play like the T-Rexes, you play the Raptors, you play Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Ankylosaurus, Pachycephalosaurus, and it's pretty cool. You essentially have to eat the other enemy, and there's certain locations like the T-Rex paddock, or the gas station from the Lost World, or the shipyard, the Venture ship from the Lost World, and it's an awesome game. It's a fun game, and if you like beat 'em ups, this is well worth a look. Jurassic Park: The Lost World. I talked about this one before. I might go a bit more in depth with it. Essentially, yeah, movie tie-in came out. Very, very difficult game. There is a cheat if you're playing as the human characters, which makes you levitate and shoot unlimited ammunition. But yeah, this is a cool game. You essentially played Human Hunter, Dieter Streck, Sarah Harding. You played the Compsognathus, you played the Velociraptor, and you played the T-Rex. Now, when the game first came out, as I said, it was super hard. So they kind of marketed it as the game you could play as the T-Rex, but people just gave up before they could get that far. So essentially, they let you play as the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, kind of wreaking damage on the park at the end of the first movie. So kind of gave you a chance to play as the T-Rex. Awesome game, and if you persevere, it's rewarding, but it is super bastard hard. Next up, this cool book I got in a Thrifties. It's The Making of Jurassic Park, and it's Box Tree. Again, Box Tree do awesome books. They done a bunch of the making of the Aliens movies. They done the Colonial Marine Technical Manual, and they also done some of the Alien, Predator, and Jurassic Park graphic novels. And yeah, this is a wicked book. It just goes into the creation process and some of the designs, and it's an awesome book. It's the amount of stuff they go into with it is cool. See, original concept art, and just I'm delighted I can buy this book, because it's wicked. It's an awesome book, and if you can track it down online, because there is so much stuff in this. Like, a lot of people go, oh, you can go on Wikipedia, but you know what? Fudge that. It's cool to own stuff like this, and I think the likes of Wikipedia and the internet, while they are beneficial, they're killing kind of these really cool kind of collector's books, and yeah, that's an awesome book. Next up, I had done a review of this comic before. Cool comic for most part. Good tie-in, good adaptation. Still don't know why they chose to give Malcolm a beard. I'm perplexed on why they gave Ian Malcolm a beard. There, it's Jeff Goldblum. Not a beard, a mustache, but Jesus Christ, he's sporting a Ron Jeremy there. It's just, it's cool. As I said, had this in a single issue, but yeah, I got this again because I'd lost it. And last up, I can buy these in like a kind of not dollar store. We don't have dollar stores. A Euro store. And yeah, they're 3D jigsaws, and they were like €2 each. I just picked them up, and they're pretty cool. And yeah, that's essentially kind of all my Jurassic Park stuff. Again, if you want to see a really cool collection, try Terrordome 3000. Jack Anthony Yoons. He's actually a very cool guy. He does stuff like Aliens, and he does Jurassic Park. He loves Jurassic Park and Godzilla, and he loves monster movies. So yeah, definitely check out his videos. Okay, this has been the Trash Picture Show. My name's Martin. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And yeah, have a good day. Take care now. Bye.